Hello friends, and long time no see. It's been the beginning of summer since you last saw a video from me. I'm not even gonna front. Tuesdays and Thursdays were my filming days since my son was home from school all summer. I mean, I'm sure most of you know who have kids or who have had kids in the past, the summer days, they turn into full-time mom mode. So that's where I was all summer on my Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm now able to get back to some regular schedule filming, and I thought I would do just a classic sit down and show you what I have really been enjoying this summer. Now, this summer has been minimal girl summer for me, as I still am keeping up with my project pan. Unfortunately, I don't have anything new to report to you all for my project pan. Look at this. Look, my Ravie bronzer that I talked about probably back in January. She's still going strong, and I use this every single day. I use this every single day. Same thing goes for my Ravie blush. I mean, is there a dent? Do we see a dent? No. So I couldn't update you on Project Pan, but what I can update you on are things that I have been loving. It's a very small curated list, and I mean, who doesn't love a good favorites video to kick things back off? Okay, I want to start off with a skincare product that has truly changed the game for me and my eczema this summer. I normally have raging eczema in the summer, just irritated red eyelids, cheeks, chin, everywhere. And I don't know if it's because I have been incorporating this into my routine, but I have had none of that this year. I'm going to show you what my skin looks like currently without makeup. Normally, and then I'm going to put up a picture of what it looked like last summer without makeup. Normally, the heat absolutely destroys my skin, and I just have red blotches, patches, irritated, itchy skin. At the beginning of the summer, when I started noticing that happening, I started incorporating this new product from Prequel, and I think I've already talked about this on my channel. It's their new-ish, it came out this year, 5% Ectoin cream. I don't know much about this, okay? All I know is the texture is very reminiscent of like a steroid cream, but I don't want to mislead you. There's no steroids in this. This is steroid free, but the way that they market it, in my opinion, is to be used almost like a steroid or in place of one. And that's exactly what I've been doing, because in the thick of summertime, most of the time I have to resort to some type of topical steroid. That's how irritated and miserable my skin gets. No, honey, no. Actually, if I notice any like red patches or irritation on my eyes, all I do is put this on at night, and when I wake up in the morning, it's gone. Like I cannot front on this. I mean, you can see I've used quite a bit of it this summer, and it has been such a game changer for me. I cannot recommend this enough if you have not tried it and you have severe eczema. You can also use this on your body. Like if you get eczema on your elbows, your arms, it's just a spot treatment topical cream, and it's just so good without destroying my skin barrier, without having my skin to become dependent on steroids, because if you've had eczema and you use steroids, you know what a steroid withdrawal is like, and it's not fun. So this has been so good. I cannot recommend it enough. Again, Prequel Reactive Solutions 5% Ectoin cream. Amazing. We'll stick with the skincare theme here, and it's pretty obvious that this product has been well loved by me this summer, and it is the Typology D1 or 9 ingredient face moisturizer. Typology did send me a few of their products at the beginning of the year. And I had used Typology before. I had used this before in the past, like probably when they first launched. And Typology, when they launched, I feel like it wasn't in the right time frame. I feel like when I first got these products, it was back in the thick of, like the Kim Kardashian smoky eye. And I just remember this was the product that I had. And I just remember thinking like, oh, okay, this is a good, like solid daily moisturizer. But it didn't necessarily align with how I was doing my makeup and my skincare back then. Now I received this and also their lip oil, which again, I think I had tried in the past. Obsessed. I've also been using that lip oil all summer, but I think the last favorites video I did on here, I talked about it. This has been not only an amazing makeup prep for the foundation I'm going to talk about next, but I will sometimes just use this at night. If I feel like my skin barrier's good and I don't need a ton of my products, sometimes I'll just give my skin a little bit of a breather night. I'll do my Laneige cream skin toner, and then I will top off with this 9-ingredient moisturizer. I would say amazing for sensitive skin, really all skin types, because it's such a versatile formula. But yeah, this is kind of like an old product that's come back into my life, and it's simple and it's effective. It's just so good for daily use. And obviously, I'm getting very low on this. As Keke Palmer would say, you know it's your girl, the Basma foundation stick. I reincorporated this back into my project pan because I was, if you remember, I was trying to use up my Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer before the summertime rolled around. I ended up going to the beach. I got a little bit of a tan, like this is tan for me. And I had to switch to something in my collection that better suited my skin tone. And the Basma foundation stick in 035 it's just a perfect match for me. And I truly forgot how much I love this foundation. This is one that I tend to gravitate towards in the summertime because it is so forgiving on the skin. So again, typically in the summertime, I have really textured skin. I have irritated skin. My skin barrier is busted up. Not this year, but I assumed it was going to be. So I was like, you know what? We're going to incorporate Basma foundation stick because truly, okay, this is actually all I have left, which makes me sad and also excited because we know we're in the Project Pan era and we want to use stuff up. But this, I could just use this foundation forever. It is so versatile. I never have to set it. So today I'm wearing it and I don't have any powder on. I'm literally just wearing it with the Refi blush and bronzer. It's so good. I've been using this for at least probably like 3 or 4 years now. And it's just one that I always go back to. It's seamless. Like if I could describe this in one word, it's seamless. The great thing about it is it's going to be versatile. Like if you're someone who really enjoys sheer coverage, you can wear this super sheer. But if you're also someone that needs a little bit more, honey, there have been times when I have layered this to get a nice medium full coverage and she still looks flawless. So that's why I am such a ride or die with this formula. Versatility, seamless, don't have to set it, which hallelujah. But by the end of the day, it looks worn in, but beautiful, like still really lovely on the skin. So if you've never tried this, I cannot recommend enough. And Basma's, you know, they're kind of a little bit more on the smaller brand scale. They still call themselves like a small business. And I talked about them on Instagram and they sent me the sweetest message. And they were like, you know, we like depend on these word of mouth reviews. We're still a very small company, which like I didn't really see them as, but they were just so sweet when I talked about this summer over on Instagram. So if you've never tried it, I cannot recommend it enough. I don't know why more makeup artists don't have this in their kit because this to me is a dream foundation to have in a pro kit. Like if this was around back in the day when I was doing freelance, that's probably all I would have had. Let's talk about these two new beauties from Ravie. This is Ali Glein's makeup brand, as most of you probably know. So earlier in the summer, she released her brow pencil. It's the Everyday Brow. Love it. That's what I've currently got on my brows. I'm kind of like wishy-washy on brows. Sometimes I get stuck on just using gel. Sometimes I do want a little bit more definition. Lately, I feel like this eyebrow has been really sparse. So this is a super fine pencil. And what I love about it is it's actually a pretty hard texture. One thing that kills me with these like fine bullet point or whatever you want to call it eyebrow pencils is that sometimes they're just super soft, and although they're supposed to give like fine hair-like strokes, they end up looking like a brow pencil. You know what I mean? So this one does not do that. It's the perfect texture. It's got kind of more of that hard waxy texture, but it's very fine. Like it's just super fine. If I held it up right now, you would not be able to see it. So it gives the faux hair-like strokes. I've been really impressed with this. I've loved it. This is what I've been using on my brows this summer. Now, just a few weeks ago, she released, which I was thrilled for, her first lineup in lip liners, and these are called the Soft Definition Long Wear Lip Liners. They are truly long wearing. Number one, like we have to point out that fact from the get-go. These are long wearing. I put these on, and by the end of the day, you can still see the outline on my lips. So that claim's knocked out. Secondly, I love the shade lineup that she did on these. They're just classic wearable colors. Now, today I'm wearing almond because I went obviously super light on my makeup, so I wanted a little bit more definition to my lips. Honey is my favorite though. Let me see where it's at. Oh, okay. Honey is, this is like my lip color, but better. But I knew if I put this on camera today, you guys wouldn't be able to see the definition that it gives because this is truly the same color as my natural lips. So I didn't do honey today, but it is probably my favorite. And then almond would be second, and then fig would be third. Fig is a nice kind of rose tone, beautiful. These are soft, they're creamy, they're long wearing, and I absolutely love everything that Allie is putting out this year. This is like one of my most repeat offender purchases this summer, and it is so random, but I cannot kick the smell of this, and I absolutely love it. It's the Native Moisturizing Body Wash, and it's the Lemon Balm and Bamboo scent. So I don't know how long Native has had this moisturizing formula, but it's more creamy than their gel formula that I've typically used in the past. I was in Kroger one day and realized I was out of body wash, which I never shop at Kroger. I can't remember. Oh, I was in there for nut pods. My daughter, she was dairy free for a long time, which by the way, she's 7 months, which is like breaking my heart. She's gotten over that kind of like dairy sensitivity, but I was in Kroger looking for nut pods because that's what I used in my coffee. And I randomly was like, I'm out of body wash. Like, I just need to pick something up. And I saw this and I was like, okay, I've never seen this moisturizing formula before. And I don't even remember if I smelled this. It just sounded good. Lemon balm and bamboo. Honey, I have been sat. This is all I have purchased all summer. And it is almost like a double-edged sword for me because this runs out pretty quickly. I'm not going to lie. It's not as big, I don't think, as the typical Native body washes are. Like, you can only get this in one size. So I do run through it pretty quickly, and that's probably why I've purchased a lot of it. But I just absolutely love the scent on this. If you've never tried it, I'm a fan, and I really like this moisturizing formula better than their gel formula. It does feel more moisturizing. So next time you're at, any store, I feel like everyone carries Native. Definitely give this one a shot. Okay, speaking of scents of the summer, I kind of have to toot my own horn with this next product because it was a labor of love. And for those of you who just follow me here on YouTube and not necessarily my socials, you may have missed that I did start my own home fragrance line last fall. I had been working on it for 3 years, and our first product lineup was candles. I work with my mom on these. She's been in the home fragrance industry for 13 years. She's done private label candles, and we developed a singular core collection for our first launch, and we're getting ready to launch a new product within our home fragrance lineup eventually, and we're hoping we can roll this out by the end of next year. This will be a full home fragrance line, so candles, surface cleaners, hand soaps, room and linen mist. But what we honed in on first was a specialty. It's what we knew, and that was candles, because obviously who doesn't love a good candle? Number one. Number two, these are actually handmade by us. Like, these vessels, we don't wholesale these, we don't source these, from anywhere. We make these by hand. They're hand casted, and they take a long time. It takes a long time to make these. But this particular scent, this was a part of our Summer Delights duo. We had 2 scents this summer, and Compote was one. I don't know if I have Compote here, but you can go to our website and check it out if you want. But I really pulled for our underdog. This was our underdog, and she's called Verte. So this is a green tomato scented candle, and we actually almost gave up on this. Tomato is such a huge fragrance note in the home industry right now. Typically what you'll see in fragrance launches for a tomato-based scent is something like an heirloom, more of a red tomato, tomato vine. All of those come off definitely more on the sweet or earthy side. And I wanted to take a green tomato approach. Number one, coming from the South, If green tomatoes are on the app list, you know we're getting it, okay? So not only is it just like a cult favorite in the South, there's just something about it that has a sharper edge to it. And so when we were brainstorming this, we started the scent discovery on this candle back in December of last year. And when we started mixing, a lot of the tomato notes that we were getting were just too earthy, too petrichor. To be quite frank, smelled like dirt. Some people love, don't get me wrong, our Ultra Flora candle has notes of petrichor in it, and I absolutely love it. But within the blend that we were trying to do for this green tomato candle, it was not working, and I was getting scared because I was like, this is something that I have such a vision for, and I really want to be able to pull together. So finally, we were at the end of our deadline for creating the scent on this candle. Finally, what we do is a lot of the times we will just do melts and we will test them for scent to air compatibility. And that's basically a term that we use on how good a scent can throw. I remember my mom, she comes on Wednesdays to watch my son, and she'll test the scents that we're developing in my home. And I remember I came home one evening, she had this scent in, and I was like, stop, what is this? Like, I stopped dead in my tracks and I was like, this is it. The blend we came up for this, I 100% guarantee you have never smelled anything like this. There is nothing on the market to this day that I feel like I've ever smelled when it comes to this candle. And I've just been enjoying burning it all summer long. Every time I smell it, I'm just so proud of it because I know the hard work that we put into getting this scent to be just the right amount of that savory green tomato sharp edginess, but also you notice sweeter notes in this. So we did a blend of orange blossom to kind of balance out the earthiness of the green tomato. And then on the back end, you have a hit of some fresh herbs, mixed herbs. So everyone's gonna smell this differently, but my two main components of this are the green tomato and orange blossom. That's what I smell the most, and I'm just so proud of this. Not to mention this vessel color, it's our chartreuse vessel. It is probably my favorite that we've done to this date. So we hand dye these, we hand cast these. They are not just sourced. Everything you see, we pour, we make from the ground up. And yeah, we are coming up on being in business for a year now, and we're getting ready to launch a secondary product. So stay tuned for that. I do want to mention that we're about to put these on sale. These are about to go on sale on the website because we have to get fall launched, okay? It's still 90 degrees out, but people are asking for the fall. So these will be on sale probably by the time this video goes up. Okay, so to round this video out, I am finalizing with my body fragrances that I wore all summer. The first is, no surprise, I've probably talked about this on my channel in the past because I've been wearing it ever since it was released. And it's my Lavande 31 by Labo. This was released, I think, a couple years ago. Maybe three at the most. This, ever since it's been released, this is what I wear in the spring and summertime. Hands down, nothing else. It is so good. It's very unexpected to me for Labo because I do feel like Labo reaches for a lot of those natural earthy scents and natural earthy like incense almost when it comes to their fragrances. This is the opposite. This truly smells like luxe lavender, like laundry, which again is kind of off brand for them, but I love it. It is definitely the sweetest scent that I have from them. When I wear it, I feel like I am just a rich retired lady that owns a flower shop in Brooklyn. I can't explain it. It's just so good and it makes me feel good. And I think that is important when it comes to your fragrance, that when you put it on, it takes you into this nostalgic or even transformative experience, which is what I've personally learned owning a home fragrance business in the past year. It's not just about, chopping out what's popular, single origin blends that don't have any nuanced layers to them. And so I think this is just such a beautiful scent. I can appreciate it because I know now what goes into blending. Oh, also when I do the close-up shot of this, it's gonna say Shelly Bean on it. Will got me this for Mother's Day. I was almost out and it was literally the only thing that I wanted. So he ordered this from Labo and they let you put your name on the bottle, and his nickname for me is Shelly Bean when I'm pregnant. Not that I'm planning to be pregnant again. It makes it sound like I'm just like out here having all these kids. I only have 2 kids, but both times I was pregnant, he would change my nickname to Shelly Belly. And when I'm not, it's just Shelly Bean again. So it says Shelly Bean on it. And that's the lore behind that. Last but not least, we have just my everyday body mist, and that's the Frenshe Cashmere Vanilla. This is, I love the Frenshe brand as a whole. Honestly, most of the scents I love, but the Cashmere Vanilla, it's just one of those ones you put on and everyone loves it. I mean, there's a really interesting layer to this. I smell rice in this, and I can't explain it, but there's almost like a jasmine rice undertone to me. I also have the bath bomb of the Cashmere Vanilla, and it's so good. There's something about it. It's delicious. It's just one of those scents that you just throw on. I wear this to the gym most days, and what I love about Frenshe is they put this mood science scent technology on their products, and this is kind of what I was talking about in the previous slide, where I was talking about, you know, fragrances really taking you somewhere and kind of transporting you to this, you know, alternate reality, this alternate version of yourself. I think that's what their mood science technology is. It's nostalgia. They look for scents that give you nostalgia and actually make you feel something. And I love it. I really do like the Frenshe brand. So this is the scent that I basically all summer, you know, I'm just like running to the store, running out. It's going to be Frenshe Cashmere Vanilla. Okay, guys, that is it. It is great to be back. I had a lot of fun filming this. I feel like I looked at the timer. I did a full 25-minute spree without stopping. I don't know if you've ever made a YouTube video, but that's pretty hard. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm very excited for the upcoming season. We have a lot planned over at Parlour for fall and holiday. And again, new product launch. It's just super excited. Also, if you are interested in the stuff that I'm doing outside of YouTube, I just started a series on my Instagram, and it's called Influencer to Entrepreneur. And I'm taking you through the process of what it's like basically in working in social media for myself for the past 13 years in influencer marketing, transitioning into someone that is, in a way, I obviously was an entrepreneur. I worked for myself. I developed my own content. But this is just it's such a different scale. It's such a different risk. Working for yourself as a whole is a risk. And I don't know if I've just become so accustomed to it because it's literally what I've been doing since I got out of college. But moving into this new realm of, you know, small business ownership, it is a totally different arena. I feel like I'm walking around blind sometimes because we have such a small team. I do most of our social media marketing, photography, mood boards. You know, when it comes to like the back end of that, that's definitely my job. And so sometimes I feel like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm doing all these different things, but I would love to build a team eventually once we get there. Anyways, I'm starting a series on Instagram where I'm taking you through the changes in how I am going from, you know, doing influencing, which I hate to call it that. It's just not what it was called in the beginning, but it's what it's known as now, which is partially why I've made such a huge shift in my content. You know, I don't, as much as I love testing products and trying them and giving recommendations on those, that's not all I want to be known for. You know what I mean? So if you're interested in that, I actually, I'm about to post the first video in the series. It's a 5-part series on Instagram. So it's going to be really short form, really lighthearted in case you just want to know what I'm up to. All right, that is it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye.